Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this video on the Aquarius full moon happening on August the 1st and the Lionsgate portal, which peaks on August the 8th. So, August is a full month astrologically. We actually have two full moons this month. We have Venus retrograde. We have the Lionsgate portal, and this Aquarius full moon is activating a lot of energy. So we are going to dive in today, taking a look at the main cosmic themes this month. I have a chart, the full moon chart for you. So I'm going to share my screen so you have the visual representation that we will go over together. And before we do that, I want to share a little with you about the Lionsgate portal, which is a very powerful time for manifestation, for healing your heart, for activating your intuitive gifts. It is one of the most significant events that we have happening each year. And as you can see today, I'm in a slightly different location. I've been traveling, so I'm just outside today to do this video, and I did not pack my overhead lights, so I know the lighting may not be ideal, but I feel like we will make this work. And the information I have for you is still so potent. So the Lionsgate portal, let's begin there. This portal opened on July 28th and it peaks on August 8th when we see a powerful alignment between Sirius, Orion, and the Earth. And because this is happening when the sun is in the sign of Leo, we call it that Lionsgate portal. And it is bringing an acceleration of the ascension that we have been seeing on the planet right now. It brings in powerful light codes that activate abundance within you. The number 8 in numerology represents abundance. And this Leo energy coming through at this time is all about boldness, passion, courage, as well as new levels of joy. So when we have this powerful portal opening, you are reminded of the power that you hold within you. And that manifestation really is about shifting your energy and your frequency so you become aligned with the experiences that you desire. And when we raise our consciousness with this, which this portal is assisting us in doing, this is happening collectively. And if we intentionally work with this energy, we can really notice that shift in our intuitive abilities at this time. We can feel like we're seeing the world through a new lens. And when we raise our consciousness and we see the world through a new lens, the way we create changes as well. You remember your ability to create the experiences that you desire in your life. And really, I actually see it as more of a co creation because you are co creating alongside your spirit team. So, there's a lot of support right now to get clear in your life about what it is that you truly desire to experience and to allow yourself to claim it, to strip away, to transcend any beliefs, any programming that keeps you in the illusion of fear or that keeps you from living the life you know in your heart you came here to live and to experience. The Lionsgate portal is also incredible for doing any healing work in your heart space, healing of the heart chakra. Leo is associated with the heart. So, this can be forgiveness work. This can be releasing any density that you have been carrying around that keeps you from experiencing the joy of this planet. So beautiful time for healing. Also, the third eye chakra really receives an upgrade in these energies as well. So you may be noticing lately that your intuition is like so spot on and new gifts are even coming on board. We can look at the different clairs, the clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience. There's so many ways that our intuition can come through. So you may be knowing new gifts that are being activated at this time or fine-tuning the intuitive abilities that you already have. Now, we are also in the middle of a Venus retrograde here, and Venus is the goddess of love, of beauty, of prosperity. And when she retrogrades, we really take a deeper look at the relationships in our life, what ones are serving us, what ones no longer have a place, the relationship with ourselves. And where this is happening in Leo, it's also a time to reflect on what you are passionate about, what really lights you up, where have you lost that sense of passion in your life, and how can you renew that during this time. There's a lot about inner child healing with this Venus retrograde as well, connecting with your inner child, adding more fun and play into your daily life. So that's just a little bit of backdrop. Before we go into the chart here, I am going to share my screen so you have the visual of this powerful Aquarius full moon. So we have the moon down here, 9 degrees of Aquarius, opposite the sun over here at 9 degrees of Leo. Anytime we have a full moon, we are working with an opposition. And that means there's a slight pull in energy. Opposite signs are compatible when we know how to work with the energy. So initially, it may seem like it's pulling us in opposite directions until we realize it was always meant to come together as a whole. So the Aquarius energy will begin with that since the full moon is there. So it's highlighted at this time. Aquarius energy is all about embracing what makes you unique. And it's also about how you are of service to your community, how you are of service to the world. And it really is just allowing your eccentric self to shine through, to look at ways that you may dim your light, not fully be in your power, and just really decide that you're going to step up and be fully you, because that's the best gift you can give to the planet. Infinite intelligence wants to be expressed and experienced through you. So when you allow yourself to share your unique story, your unique journey, your unique message, when you allow yourself to claim what it is you want to experience on this earthly journey, there's so much power in that. So there's definitely a focus here with this Aquarian energy around friendships, around the people that we surround ourselves with, and how we are using our gifts to give back to the planet. It is the archetype of the visionary, the humanitarian, the dreamer. It really is about thinking outside of the box and creating something new. Now, opposite Leo here, the sun in Leo, Leo is where we gain confidence in these gifts in order to really contribute to our community, to share our gifts, to contribute to the world. There's a level of boldness, confidence, and courage that is needed. So, Leo shows us how to cultivate that, how to believe in ourselves, how to shine our light, how to allow ourselves to be seen so we can share our gifts and talents with the world. So you can see how these energies are very much working together right now. And with that Lionsgate portal being in effect at the time of the full moon, we're still really building up to the peak of the energy, but we're feeling those light codes coming in. It is the time to tap in to your inner courage, to know that you are greater than any challenge that comes your way, and you are so supported, so loved on your journey. Now, there are some significant aspects that I want to look at in this chart as well. The first one being a square with Jupiter. So this red line here, 90-degree angle, it is not exact, but definitely still within orbit and worth looking at here. So we have Jupiter squaring the moon in Aquarius, and Jupiter is currently in Taurus, a grounded earth sign. This really is about expansion, though. Anytime Jupiter comes into the mix, it is about expanding into new possibilities, opening up to new levels of abundance, abundance really being a theme with the Lionsgate portal as well. And remember that abundance is actually your truth. That is the truth of who you are. We live in an abundant universe. It doesn't mean that we can't sometimes put a lens on where we see scarcity, where we even experience scarcity and lack. It simply means that your truth is abundance, and you're really returning to that and recognizing that in a new way at this time. And I would even recommend, as you go throughout your day, notice all the ways you are abundant. For me, again, I love being out in nature. I love walking along the ocean, and it reminds me, like, wow, this really is an abundant universe. And feeling that really deeply in your body, allow yourself to fully embody that frequency. So the square aspect here is definitely big expansion. And where we have Jupiter in Taurus, there's an element of embodiment here. So what I just spoke of there, not just seeing abundance as something outside of you, but really feeling that within you, really embodying that energy and that frequency. Now, we also do have an exact trine here between Jupiter and Mars over here in Virgo. So we have Mars 13 degrees of Virgo, trining Jupiter at 13 degrees of Taurus. This is bringing in an earthy element here. I like the earth element that's coming in because there is, of course, a fiery energy in Leo season. Then we have the air element with Aquarius. Then we have the earth element coming in to really ground things out. So Jupiter trine Mars is a lot of energy that you may feel moving through you at this time. But because they're both in earth elements, it is a reminder to do that grounding work. And even this message I'm hearing from the records as well is grounded intuition. Using your intuition in ways that really serve you day to day. And Mars here in the sign of Virgo is actually really good at getting things in order. So it's also bringing in an element of structure and organization and helping us feel like less scattered and overwhelmed. So there may be something you're working toward creating right now in your life, in your business, and there's an element of like structure, routine, organization that is needed to help you bring that to fruition. This full moon can be very supportive of that if you tap into it. It is a very dynamic energy. There's kind of a lot going on, but I do like this grounded essence of reminding us with these planets in Virgo here. Mercury is also there as well, Mercury and Mars, to really look at our daily routine and adding that element of consistency, structure, and the reminder that it's those consistent actions that we take that actually determine what we create in our life more than like those big, powerful shifts. Like those are awesome, those play a role, but it's also just the consistent daily habits that we have that really add up over time to create the results that we experience. So, this full moon is also a time to take a look at that. What are those daily habits? How can you slightly tweak those and change those? And you may not see the result of it right away, but over time, those compound and they make a big difference in what you're able to create and manifest. We also have Venus over here in Leo. It is retrograding currently in Leo at 26 degrees. So I spoke briefly about that at the beginning of looking at all the things Venus represents when it is in retrograde. So, our finances, our relationships, our capacity to receive and allow. And then when we bring in the energy of Leo, looking at how we are shining our light in the world and what really does light us up. What is life giving versus life draining? Another significant aspect here that is also exact at the time of this full moon is Mercury at 5 degrees of Virgo, posing Saturn at 5 degrees of Pisces. Anytime we have an opposition of one of the personal planets with Saturn, it can be a time to really kind of, I don't want to say slow down because there's a lot of energy and momentum that I think we are called to lean into. It's more called to be very intentional about where our energy is going because Saturn does want us to just kind of be patient. Take time to rest. And I hear the word intentionality, especially where it is opposing Mercury here. Being intentional about the thoughts that you entertain, being intentional about the decisions you are making. And Saturn always adds an element of structure to things too. So I do like that we have this earthy support here with this full moon and this, clearly this message of like structure coming in. Where could you benefit from more of that structure and routine? Not in a way where you feel boxed in, but in a way that actually supports your vision. Because at the end of the day, we are working with this Aquarius energy, which is about thinking outside of the box, claiming the vision you have for your life, expanding. And then as we look at more of the details, there's certainly that message of to achieve that vision that you have, there is an element of discipline and an element of structure that is needed to create that. Now, the ruler of this full moon is Uranus, the awakener, and we currently have Uranus at 22 degrees of Taurus. So, Uranus can also receive in the astrology community, it can also be called the disruptor. How I see this is it really depends on what our relationship to change is and how we feel about stepping outside of our comfort zone. Uranus doesn't care about comfort. It's all about change, shaking things up, awakening to new possibilities. If we resist that, if we just want to stay in our comfort zone, stay in what is familiar, when we have Uranus energy being activated, it can certainly feel disruptive. But if we allow ourselves to go with it and remember that the nature of the universe is change and evolution, then we can really love working with this energy. There's also a trine happening here with Pluto, again, a few degrees off, but still significant. So Uranus trining Pluto here. Again, we're activating the earth signs. Pluto is currently retrograde at 28 degrees of Capricorn. And then Taurus, Uranus and Taurus, that's also an earth sign. There's certainly transformation that's happening on a large scale this month. Like, we're really going to see that unfolding in the collective around the conversations that we're having around things that are occurring on the planet. Huge, huge awakening. I know we're all already feeling that. It is about to be accelerated even further throughout August. And in your own life, this speaks to your own personal evolution and the inner transformation that you have been doing. But honestly, what I feel for this full moon, so the new moon in Cancer really placed a spotlight on that internal work, on the inner work that you have been doing. This full moon is more where you're going to see the manifestation of that inner work that you've been doing, how it's really playing out in your life here. It's a lot of big energy, a lot of, even spiritual awakenings that are really happening for people during this time. So these are the main transits here. I'm going to stop the share and just kind of do a wrap up of all this beautiful energy. So definitely I invite you to set your intentions as we are in the Lionsgate around, especially around abundance. So this could be financial abundance as well. What you desire to call in and experience in that area of your life, anything you are working on creating in your business at this time, in your purpose work and your mission, that can really be accelerated if you allow yourself to look at what is needing to be released. It is a full moon, what is needing to be released and let go of in order to step into that new version of you that is wanting to emerge and just waiting for you to embrace her. So what do you need to release? And the releasing could be a habit. I'm really thinking with the Virgo energy, it could be something very tangible, like a practice or habit that maybe just like draining your energy a little bit. And again, it could just be a little thing, like not big, not significant, but something you're doing consistently that you could clean up a little bit. That could really allow you to create more joy, more expansion, more productivity, and just, feeling better. This Lionsgate portal and these energies at the end of the day really are about feeling good in our body, feeling good in this earthly experience, being connected to our divinity, but yet enjoying this earthly journey. The bringing together of both really happens when that Lionsgate portal is activated and open. So I would love to hear from you below. What are you manifesting in this Lionsgate portal? What are you releasing in this full moon energy? I'm also going to attach some links for you below. So if you would like to join me in my Divine Creators Inner Circle, we do have an event coming up this Friday where we are going to be celebrating all these cosmic themes, working with the Lionsgate portal, celebrating the full moon, and also doing some work around the Venus retrograde. So you can check out the link below for that. Thank you for being here. I am sending you all so, so much love. Enjoy these beautiful energies, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.